Hi, we are back.
And we're matching.
It's really weird. It's a little weird.
Yep.
We're twinning today.
We're just so in sync.
Yeah, yep. We didn't plan this at all.
We just knew we were excited about filming again,
Yeah,
getting into it.
without bears, hoodies.
Represent.
Love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about today?
Today we are talking about what a rainbow baby is. Yes.
I know it's definitely something that I'd never heard of until we found out about Lily and everything.
Yeah.
So I reckon there'd be a lot of people out there in the same boat as what we were.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I know there's a lot of talk about, people not, I don't know, depending on faith and things like that. A lot of people don't believe in the term angel baby, but that's the technical term when you do lose a child. And then after that angel baby comes a rainbow baby. So the concept is that, that baby comes from, you've experienced this big storm and it's, all the turmoil and the emotions and the hardships, and then out of that comes a rainbow. So your little bright shining light at the end of that really difficult path. There is a little bit of controversy, I guess, around the term rainbow baby in some people's minds.
Yeah.
Some people, say my first baby wasn't a storm. Like it wasn't something negative. It was, they're still my baby and I still love them. But I think it's more around the premise of, the experience, not so much the child themselves, but the experience you've gone through. So, there's something really magical about a rainbow baby. Yeah. So not all of us are lucky enough to have one, but, if you are lucky enough, then having a rainbow baby, they're a whole new level of human. They're just, there's something about them. But the cool thing is there's actually a few more terms. There's not just rainbow baby and angel baby. So a baby born before a loss is actually called a sunshine baby, which I love.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, see this? I'm learning new stuff on the podcast today.
I know. It's so cute. I love
it.
They're, the calm before the storm, I guess. It's sort of hard to explain, and then the baby after a rainbow baby is your pot of gold. So that's what you found at the end of your rainbow.
Aww,
I love it so much.
That's amazing. I love it too.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Like it all sort of intertwines and relates, and I love it. But there's a lot of people that don't really know, what those terms mean, even if you're like, I don't know, if you step into the space and you all of a sudden hear, oh, that's your rainbow baby. You're like, what? But even for people coming in from the outsides, not knowing about the lost space, it's nice to have a little explanation so that you can, use that terminology around parents.
Yeah. And I can imagine it would create a little bit of a community as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you have so do I. I have a rainbow baby too. Or, you know, like.
Yeah, or, things like, well, we're still trying for our rainbow, or, you can still relate to that person because you understand what they're talking about. It's not like, I don't know what they were saying. So I think, it's a really beautiful term and I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you think, for those people that have never heard about these terminologies and want to know more about it, how do they ask those questions, do you think?
I mean, from my perspective, a lot of this stuff was stuff I came across years afterwards. So I knew that Em was our rainbow baby, but everything else, like the sunshine and the pot of gold, I sort of got curious one night and I started Googling and I was like, what's my other son? Like after Em, what's he?
Yeah.
Like I want to know. I think just like even you going to a bereaved parent and saying, did you know that they're called your pot of gold? Like, that would be, I'd feel like if someone came up to me and said that, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Like,
amazing.
Yeah. So, it's a bit tricky to find some of that stuff, but there is a lot of, information out there on, you know, those experiences and what you can, like, what terms you can use to relate to people. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute. I love
it.
it.
I love the whole, like, weather concept thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole nature
Yes.
LinkedIn stuff.
Yeah. And we actually named M after a rainbow as well. So her middle name is Iris, and that was the goddess of rainbows, and that was because she was our rainbow baby. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
It all comes together.
Yeah. So yeah, I really I'm really feeling for people who are still trying for their rainbow baby and are thinking about that. I think that's a really hard space to navigate, which we'll go into more detail in another podcast about. But yeah, it's nice to know that terminology and be able to, you know, look at your child and, I don't know, relate that back. Yeah.
And have that special bond with that fact.
Yeah. It just, I don't know, there's something about it that just makes your baby super duper special.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
and like different. Like they're all, they all, I don't know. For me, like I look at M and I'm like, there's something about a rainbow baby. But I don't think less of Leo. I just think like her place is teaching Leo what, you know, what it's about, like what that whole, like the whole 1.5, 2 years before he was born was like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a whole nother empathy level for the kids, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
And a whole other legacy thing too. Yes. Like it's something that they can proudly walk around and say like I'm a rainbow baby, meaning that like I had a brother or a sister and they're no longer here, but that doesn't mean that we don't talk about them and
I
all
love
that
that
stuff.
I love thinking about Em walking around talking about Lily, so yeah that's really beautiful.
Oh, how awesome.
Yeah. Oh, cute. So yeah, that was all for today. A nice short one.
Yes, we're gonna do some quick bite-sized pieces for you guys, and we're gonna be doing Q&A ones too. So if you would please and thank you add some of your questions in for us, and then we can do quick bite-sized pieces for you guys, and that way you can get the information that you want. Yes.
Be real specific, whatever you want to know. If there's something you're struggling with or that you want to know more about, let us know. We'll do a quick 5-10 minute podcast and explain it, unless it's a really good topic and it goes for half an hour.
Which you never know with us too. We can start going one thing after the other. Yeah. Easily. Maybe too easily. Yeah. Hold us accountable, guys.
Yes.
But but we're going to wrap that one up for today. Yes. And don't forget, add those questions, even questions about what we've talked about today. Yes. Yeah. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks.
Bye.